said he had his tongue out. Yeah, I'm gonna go because I'm getting tired.
Peace, Two Finger. We live. We live. We live. We live. We all right. We all right. We just waiting for a few people to jump on here, see what's going on. I had a little time this evening, so we're gonna get on here and talk to the people for a minute. Get y'all squared away. So we had a lot of confusion. A lot of people. What's up, Suave? What's up, baby? What's going on? So we had a lot of people, the last few weeks that have been talking about this high value man, this high value woman. So I decided to do, I just had a little inkling, and sometimes I just feel that way. Like, Rich, go ahead and jump on the live and give them a little bit of something. Give them a little bit of something to play with, right? Give y'all some ammunition. So real quick. So, I'm gonna try to let a few folks get on here before we really start digging into this thing. But the high value man, high value woman, I think, of course, when we hear the word value, we want to equate that with, someone's actual core being, like who they are, who you are as an individual, what's your character, right? For the sake of, the show and Kevin Samuels, who came up with that, ultimately, we're not really talking about that. We're talking about a caricature of a male that women are typically more attracted to than others. Okay. So at the end of the day, a high value man, whether we want to admit it or not, we can say we want to on Facebook. We can talk all the trash that we like, but women like a particular stature. They like a particular height. They like a particular financial situation. Finances always make women feel comfortable. They like, certain things that women like more than others that will put certain individuals in a higher value category in general. So what I tried to do was break it down real quick. It's going to be short and sweet. We're going to break it down real quick. It's not going to be super long, drawn out. I'm going to give you just 5 quick things. So going forward from now on, no questions about what exactly is a high value man, what exactly is a high value woman. It's going to be clear. It's clear and uncut. So this is it. What up? What's up, Jay Wiggy? What's going on, baby? So yeah, at the end of the day, this is just me. This is my definition. I didn't get this from anywhere except for just kind of looking through, a few things from the posts that I put out. The responses that I get. I read them. So, when women are giving me certain characteristics and things that they're looking for, I take note of that. So I'm kind of digging into the top 5 things that I saw pretty consistent when I asked the question earlier about high value men. So, B-Lover, what's good, baby? So the top traits of a high value man. So what this is, income is subjective, right? So obviously, if we are in, if I'm in, Alabama somewhere, small town, and I make $100,000, I might be the richest man in town, right? So enumerating that with a number such as a 250 or 300,000 or 400,000 or 500,000 is not something that it's not going to make a lot of sense in certain places. So ultimately, what a high value needs to be, and what I looked at was like, okay, how can we kind of enumerate this in different regions of the world, in the country? So if we take Richmond, for example, that's where I'm at. I'm in VA stand up. So if we're in Richmond, the average household income is about $50,000, right? So if you got $50,000 as the average household income, what I made as a definition, that's in household, that's Richmond. Come on down, we here. What I said is, if you are making 4 times the household income, then you should be considered a high earner in regard to the definition of a high value man. So if you are able to make 4 times the salary of an average household, you ultimately should be considered a high earner in that location. So if it's, what we do is we just do math, simple math. If you are in New York, the average household income is 200 grand, then 4 times that means 800,000 if you're in New York. If you're in Northern Virginia is probably 125,000 household income. Alexandria, depending on where you are, it's even higher than that. But if we just looked at an average, we're going to say that that'll be 400,000 that you would need to make. Okay. Next thing is gonna be my Mac is gonna go down on me. So this live on the stream, y'all, is gonna go bad, but we over here on the phone too. As a matter of fact, let me fix that for y'all real quick before we even had that accident. Let me move this around a little bit. Unmute audio. Boom. We're using the MacBook microphone. Stream. Mic. There we go. All right. So you should be able to still hear me. So we still in here. All right. Am I plugged in right? No, I'm not plugged in right. I need to plug this in. Let's do this. No Teddy Riley moments. I don't know, no judging. All right. So the second trait. So what I just did was, if anybody just got here, what I'm talking about is the top traits of a high value man or woman. All right. And so these things are rather universal. And this is all my definition. Once again, this comes from me. This comes from Rich Rodgers. If anybody has comments, please feel free. Jump on here. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what you think. Let me hear it. Show the comments. Nope, we're not showing them yet. So let me know what you think. If you got any questions, if you object to what I'm saying, or you think it's something different, like, let me know. Let me get some feedback. But so $500,000, so $50,000 in Virginia, 4 times that household income gives us a couple $100,000, right? So if you are making that, then I consider you high earning. The second thing is physically fit. Okay. Now, physically fit and is I use that term rather loosely. I don't want anybody saying that I'm body shaming. We're not body shaming. We're just saying that if you are a high earner, and one of the things that I've really noticed and paid attention to is, especially when people get to a certain financial level, is that see y'all later, or see you later. So what I've noticed is that folks that are high performers typically have a routine in general, right? So their routine will consist of waking up at a certain time. Their routine will consist of eating a certain way, a certain diet, a certain regime that ultimately is going to make them fall into the realm of being physically fit, right? Anybody knows that if you're going to be a high performer, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you've got to have a certain amount of energy level that's going to come from being in better shape. So if you are physically fit, you are active and working out, you've got some type of regime in regard to that typically is above and beyond what people are doing, you're going to naturally fall into a physically fit category. All right. Now, I'm going to hurt some feelings with that. Not trying to hurt feelings, but what I want folks to do is step it up. If you want to be considered high value and you have 2 or 3 or 3 out of the 4 or 4 out of the 5, then figure out which category you need to fill and fix it. If you got to get up a little bit earlier, eat a little bit less, and work out, get a little bit more cardio in, and you've got all the other categories, get it done. If you're married, then don't even worry about it. It doesn't matter. So God-fearing is number 3. All right. So God-fearing, it speaks for itself. You don't want somebody that's out here wilding that's just, they're getting money and they're in shape because they just made a deal with the devil. And that's what's going on. So you want a God-fearing person. You want somebody that respects the family, respects the household, respects you as a man or woman. That's the other part that they're coming in touch with. Number 4 is being a leader of men or women. This is very, 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 very important and key for me in my definition, because I want someone that has true leadership traits, right? And understands leadership, being a leader of men. You've got some folks even that own their own businesses that can't grow their business because they're not leaders of men or leaders of individuals. If those folks are that way, what's up here? What's up, baby? Kyle, what's good? If those folks are that way, how are they going to lead their household, right? People have to inherently know how to communicate effectively and efficiently. They need to know how to handle conflict and have a good idea of conflict resolution. They do not need to be emotional thinkers, right? So leadership that's a whole episode in itself that I will discuss at a little later time. But at the same time, leadership is very, very key. It's a very key trait for a high value, high quality person. I don't want a follower. It's some followers that make a bunch of money that's in shape. That's not a high value person. I want the leader. You need to be a leader. You need to be able to come in and control the room. You need to be able to come in and and control the situation. Make on the spot decisions if it's something needs to happen. Not getting frazzled or razzled when things are going on that are not with the regular the regular scheduled program. You can't get thrown off with those things. You have to be able to lead, so you can lead within your household and lead with whatever you're doing, your organizations, whatever else you're doing. You need to be a leader and have those traits. And the last but not least, number 5. You ready? Number 5. We're going to do a recap real quick. So first thing first is 4 times the average household income in your local area. So we can make that regional. Second, physically fit to a point. Like I said, it doesn't have to be 6-pack cut up. But if you are literally doing something actively and regularly, you are going to be a certain level of physical fitness, especially if you are a high-performing individual. All right. God-fearing, absolutely. Leader of men or women, absolutely. And the last but not least, and this is my favorite, confident, aka cocky. All right. Now, this is my little throw in. But what I say about confident and cocky is that obviously confidence is going to give you a level of security. You don't want an insecure man that's got a bunch of money. That's got all of the 4 things, and then he's insecure. You can't walk out the door. He's worried about it. He needs to know that he's got his stuff together. He needs to know he's the man, and he needs to have a certain level of humility. Of course, everybody needs that, but at the same time, an immense level of confidence is going to help a person, an individual, in anything that they're doing. I'm the best. What you mean? That's the best. That's the best one. You got to be confident and cocky. Y'all women out here can say what you want. Look, ladies, you want a man that's cocky. You do. You love the cockiness. You love it, but you're so scared of it because you know that they typically cocky individuals are cocky for a reason, right? If you're arrogant, that means you may not be able to back it up. But if you're cocky, like you really know who you are and what you have to bring to the table, like you, and let me, RJ, make sure RJ's out the room. You can't have cocky without, never mind. They added a Y to the word. So the man got to be able to hold it down. You know what I'm saying? So let's just close it out like that. So confident in yourself as a whole, cocky in regard to knowing that you can hold it down by any means necessary, whatever's going on. All right. So look, that's it. That's my top 5 traits of a high value man. Short and sweet. I got to get to my little man. We get ready to play shooter gun fight or whatever. We got to get it in. Look, I hope y'all enjoy this. I'm going to keep dropping little snippets. Please continue to post. Continue to facts. You already know it. Continue to post. Continue the interaction on Facebook. I'm loving it. We got some more stuff coming in. I'm going to be bringing in some guests and some other things to keep on keeping this thing rolling. It's some good momentum. I got some good folks coming in going into February. So we're going to try to keep this thing going on. All right. Georgia Peach T. I don't know. Who is that? I don't know your nickname, baby. Who is that? Hi. All right. Peace. We out of here. My video pause and we out. We ending it over here too. Watch the tape.